Hey there. Well, I'm sitting outside the karate school. You can probably see it in the background there, and waiting on my 11-year-old to finish up. So I thought I'd do another frequently asked question. Got them all written down there, the 15, 16 of them that were the most often asked questions that I get emails about or DMs through social media platforms. The common questions seem to pop up all the time, so thought I'd do another one while I'm waiting right here for him. This one is, read it exactly. What is the hardest part about being a land agent or land broker? People ask this question a lot of times in regard to having some interest in getting into the real estate business and then specializing in what we do, primarily rural real estate. And I thought about the hardest part of that isn't so much the work part, because, we really enjoy what we do. Sure, it's hard work slogging through tough to get to properties and difficult terrain and middle of summer and the bugs and the snakes and the ticks and the mosquitoes and the 102 degrees and that kind of thing. But that's just you just got to bow up and do that. I don't think that's what somebody meant when they talk about the hard part, because if you didn't like this work, if you didn't like that to some degree, if you couldn't handle that, you wouldn't do this to start with. So I believe the toughest part is how slow the business gets, especially for people just starting, how much time it takes to get the business really, really rolling. Now, there are some people, I'm sure, that have got in the real estate business and lightning struck and they were off to the races, flash in the pan kind of stuff, and never had a slow moment. That is the exception, not the rule. Anybody that goes down that route with you, talking about real estate, it's kind of like, hey, ding, 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 red flags. That needs to be a warning sign to you to watch out what they're trying to sell you, because that is really unusual. It is a slow grind getting your real estate business started in anything, not whether it be commercial, residential, rural land like we do. It's a slow grind. I kind of explain it as, getting the wheel to turn. Once you get that wheel turning and then you keep doing the things you need to do, it will stay turning. But getting it going is tough. It really is. It's slow. And I tell people, hey, don't expect any action anytime soon. If you got to get a deal done and closed in a month, or you're going to get kicked out of your house, you need to go find something else to do besides real estate, because the action's not going to take off that quick. It's just not. And so that, in my mind, is the toughest part, getting the business going so that it can get big enough to sustain the lifestyle that you want to sustain, or to produce what you want it to produce. We've got guys that are in all stages of our business. I mean, from people that do just 1 or 2 deals a year to people that just are full time. They make their living at it, and then everything in between. So when I say sustain a lifestyle or to accomplish what you want to accomplish, you've got to define that for yourself, because it's different for everyone. Okay. So it's going to be slow getting started. And then once it gets started and gets moving and gets rolling, you've got to keep doing everything you're supposed to do to keep that ship moving. Once you start paddling a boat, once you get it going, it's a little easier to keep going than it is to start again from dead stop. So once you get moving, you got to keep moving. But it's easier to keep moving than it is to get moving. And so I think I made my point there. But even after that, in this business, there are slow times. There are times of the year where your business is going to really be booming and you're wide open, can't get it all done. And then other times, it really is an ebb, a lull. And it's during those times that you got to keep doing the right things. You got to stay busy. You got to keep planting seeds. You got to keep turning over rocks and knowing that, hey, what I'm doing today is, there's no results. I'm not seeing any results today, but I'm doing stuff today that's going to create the results down the road. And that's what a good real estate agent has got to focus on, or heck, just about anything in life. You got to keep planting the seeds today so you can have something to harvest for tomorrow. Even when it looks like everything is bleak and dim today, you still got to stay at it. Our business really does ebb and flow. We've not had a year where it's just been, skyrocket all year long. It peaks and valleys. It really does, seasonally. When school, it's always this way. Even during good years, when school gets out in our part of the country, and farmers are in the fields, and people are scattered on vacation and doing 1,000 things through the summer, we really slow down. But then as soon as school gets back in, it's the same time farmers are getting, beans cut and corn cut and wrapping up their year. Toward the end of the year, things pick back up. It's like people get back in their routine. They get focused again. They're not distracted by 1,000 things, and they can get a lot, we get a lot done. So anyway, those are the major thing. I would say the major thing about what makes this business tough is how slow it is to get started, and then having to deal with the lulls during the business cycle and just stay with it. My 11-year-old's laughing at me through the window, so he's out of class, but I'm finished. But anyway, thanks for watching these frequently asked questions. I'll have another one out pretty soon. If you haven't seen our other ones, check them out, and just subscribe to our channel. We appreciate you doing that, and thanks for watching. Bye.